On the night of June 12th, 2026, something happened at SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles that nobody in American football history has ever seen before. The United States men's national team, playing their first home World Cup match in 32 years, did not just win. They demolished their opponents, USA 4, Paraguay 1, the most goals the United States have ever scored in a single World Cup match in the entire history of the tournament. Folarin Balogun scored twice, an own goal set the tone early, and Gio Reyna sealed it late with a moment of pure magic. Tonight, America sent a message to the entire world, and I'm going to break down every single moment of it, right now. Before we get into the goals, let me set the scene for you, because the atmosphere at SoFi Stadium tonight was unlike anything the US national team has ever experienced. 70,000 people, sold out, a galaxy of celebrities in the stands. Before kickoff, an opening ceremony featuring Katy Perry and some of the biggest names in music. And the energy inside that stadium was electric, overwhelming, the kind of atmosphere that gets into the players' bones, makes them feel like they can do anything. And from the very first minute, that energy transferred directly onto the pitch. Manager Mauricio Pochettino had all his best players available. Chris Richards, who had been nursing an injury, was back in the starting lineup. Christian Pulisic was fit. Folarin Balogun was fit. Paraguay set up exactly as we expected. Deep, compact, two banks of four. Their plan was clear: frustrate the USA, keep it tight, and wait for the counter. And that plan lasted exactly 7 minutes. 7th minute, the United States won a corner, and the ball came in from the left side. It bounced dangerously in the Paraguay penalty area. And Paraguayan defender Damian Bobadilla, under pressure from the pressing American attackers, turned it into his own net. USA 1, Paraguay 0. Own goal, 7 minutes played. SoFi Stadium erupted, 70,000 Americans on their feet. The dream had started, but the USA were not done, not even close. The Americans continued to press high, continued to dominate possession. Paraguay looked nervous, disorganized, completely overwhelmed by the speed and intensity of the American press. 31st minute. Christian Pulisic received the ball in space on the right side. He looked up. He saw Folarin Balogun making a brilliant run in behind the Paraguay defence. The pass was perfect. Balogun was through on goal. One-on-one with the goalkeeper. He did not miss. Goal. Folarin Balogun. USA 2 and Paraguay 0. 31st minute, so the stadium went to another level. If 70,000 people were loud before, now they were deafening. But wait, because what happened 5 minutes into first half stoppage time was even more extraordinary. 45 plus 5 minutes, the last kick of the first half almost. Malik Tillman played a brilliant ball through the Paraguay midfield. Balogun was there again, in behind, reading the play before anyone else. He controlled it, he took one touch, and he finished with the composure of a player who had been doing this at World Cups his entire career. USA 3, Paraguay 0. Folarin Balogun, a brace in the first half of his very first World Cup match. And here is why that is so historic. Folarin Balogun just became the first United States player to score 2 goals in a single World Cup game since 1930. 96 years. Nobody had done it in 96 years until tonight. Half-time. USA 3 and Paraguay 0. The most dominant first half performance in the history of the United States at a World Cup. But in the second half, something happened that had nothing to do with football and everything to do with history. Pochettino made a change at halftime. Christian Pulisic, who had taken a knock in the first half, was substituted off as a precaution. His replacement, Sebastian Berhalter. Sebastian Berhalter, the son of former US national team manager Greg Berhalter, became just the second American father and son duo to both play in a FIFA World Cup, joining Claudio and Gio Reyna, who are also both in this tournament, two father and son pairs on the same team, at the same World Cup, in the same match. That is not just football history, that is American sporting history. The second half began, and Paraguay, to their enormous credit, refused to give up. They came out in the second half with a completely different energy. More aggressive, more direct, pushing men forward, trying to find a way back into the match. And in the 73rd minute, they got their reward. Gio Reyna Seals It, one of Paraguay's most creative players, drove forward into the USA half. He played a brilliant through ball to substitute Mauricio. Mauricio, in a calm, under pressure, finished low, past the goalkeeper. Paraguay won, USA 3, a consolation goal, but it meant something. It showed character, it showed pride. For the next 15 minutes, Paraguay pushed, the USA defended. The crowd got nervous for the first time all night, but the American defence, organised brilliantly, held firm. Every Paraguay attack was dealt with, every cross was cleared, every shot was blocked. And then, in the dying seconds of the match, the USA put the game completely beyond doubt. 90 plus 8 minutes, deep into stoppage time. Alex Freeman, who had come on as a substitute, drove down the right flank. He found Gio Reyna making a late run into the penalty area. Reyna, completely unmarked, took one touch to control and then hit it with the outside of his right boot into the far corner. Unstoppable. USA 4, Paraguay 1. Gio Reyna, son of Claudio Reyna, a father who played for the USA at multiple World Cups, and now his son, scoring at a World Cup on home soil. The final whistle blew. USA 4, Paraguay 1. The most goals America has ever scored in a World Cup game, ever. Now let me give you the player ratings. Who were the stars of the night? Number 1, Folarin Balogun, 10 out of 10. No discussion, 2 goals, a 96-year record broken, composure under pressure, movement that was impossible to defend. Balogun was born in New York City to Nigerian parents and grew up in London. He chose the USA in 2023. And tonight, he showed exactly why that decision matters. He called it, after the match, a dreamy night. And for 70,000 Americans watching, it really was. Number 2, Christian Pulisic, 8 out of 10. Pulisic did not score, but his assist for Balogun's first goal was brilliant. His movement created space constantly. Paraguay marked him so tightly that it opened up room for everyone else. That is what a great captain does. He was substituted at half-time as a precaution after taking a knock. His fitness for the next match against Australia on June 19th will be the biggest question. Number 3, Gio Reyna, 9 out of 10. Came on as a substitute late in the second half and scored one of the goals of the tournament so far. Outside of the boot, far corner, unstoppable. The Reyna family legacy at World Cups continues. And for Paraguay, their goalkeeper was outstanding, and without him, this scoreline could have been 6 or 7, to keep Paraguay in the match for as long as possible. In a losing team, he was the best player on the pitch. So what does this result mean for Group D? USA are top of the group with 3 points. Paraguay, despite their 4-1 loss, are not eliminated. They still have 2 matches left. Against Turkey on June 20th and against Australia on June 25th. For the USA, the next match is against Australia on June 19th in Seattle. Win that, and they are almost certainly through to the knockout rounds. Australia are dangerous, led by experienced European-based players. They will be a completely different challenge to Paraguay, but after tonight, nobody will be looking forward to playing the United States. One question: after tonight. Can the United States win the 2026 FIFA World Cup? One match does not make a tournament. Brazil are still the favourites. France, England, Argentina, Spain. Now these are world-class teams with decades of experience. But tonight showed something important. This USA team is not here to make up the numbers. They are here to compete. Balogun is world-class. Pulisic is world-class. Reyna, when fit and on form, is world-class. And at home, with 70,000 Americans screaming behind them every single game, this team becomes something different. Home advantage is real, the crowd is real, the belief after tonight is real. America's World Cup story has just begun, and I have a feeling it's going to be one for the history books. That was USA 4 to Paraguay 1, the greatest single World Cup performance in American football history. On the Vortex pitch, we break down every match, every goal, every big moment of the 2026 World Cup. In simple English, for fans exactly like you, subscribe right now and hit the notification bell so you do not miss a single video. New video every single day of the tournament. See you in the next one.